They have some older guys that have done very well. Their point guard Faulkner is a very good player, plays like a vet. We've been playing against some pretty good guards, but he might be the best one we've played against. Just real good feel, and they have some other guys that really fit how they do things. Mark Prosser has done a great job building that program, and they play the right way. They play their way. When I say that, they don't turn it over a lot. They get a lot of good shots. They have a good balance of inside outside action, and then defensively they can throw a couple different things at you. So they'll be prepared to come here. Mark's done a great job with their guys, but they've been battle tested as well. So we got to be ready to play against these guys. I really appreciate their approach for a young team. I've been very impressed with their daily approach. Not that it's perfect every day. I just think guys are learning and taking responsibility on learning, and that's a level of maturity that probably has surprised me. But that has occurred a lot of times without much adversity. I mean, we've had some adversity already, without a doubt, and every day could be adversity around right now in the times we're in. But the game itself, we'll have plenty of adversity as we move along, and that's the key and how we handle that. But we've gotten off to a good start with our approach, and I think the freshmen and sophomores have done a really good job of finding their roles and their approach and carrying over. How can I help the team win? And I think especially the bench, the guys coming off the bench are some young guys, and they haven't tried to do anything special, just play really hard and try to play the right way. And that has helped us, and that has carried over. And I think we haven't lost a lot when we've gone to the bench, to the depth. And I hope that continues. I think the older guys have helped them with that as well. The number one thing with Ace Baldwin is he wants to win more than anything else. If it's a shooting drill, if it's a scrimmage in practice, if it's a one-on-one breakdown drill and there's a winner and loser, he wants to win. So we have a point guard that's very level-headed, and winning is more important than him. I got to do this, I got to do that. He wants to be in the moment of winning plays. Sometimes it's him making the play, shooting a floater, or hitting a three, or making an assist off a ball screen, or there's sometimes just getting us in the offense and playing solid defense. So that really helps him as a young guy. That's always been his approach. That's one reason why we've recruited him as hard as we have. So he is beyond his years with that maturity, but he also, I think he's a good complement to the guys we have. He gets guys shots. He gets us into our offense. He can play really, he can steal the basketball, but really play on the ball, a high-level defense for a freshman, and that's helping us not just win, but it's helping us continue to move forward. Live in the office, live in the training room, all right, take care of your body, make sure you're getting great sleep, and then all that extra time, you can get extra shots up, you could watch tape. A positive thing, yesterday we practiced, and the last 20 minutes of practice was individual work, shooting work, offensive work. And then after that, not everybody, but pretty close to everybody was either in the training room working on their body or still on the court getting shots up or getting extra work in. Two guys were with coaches on the side watching tape. And everybody does that, right? But can you do that consistently and that becomes your routine? This is the time of year, Wayne, where you can really work on that and build great habits. We had got right now, we practiced today at 1. There's guys in the arena getting extra shots up this morning, a couple different guys. So stuff like that just sort of builds good habits, positive habits, and we want to continue that. You can really work on that over break. We're at our best when we space the floor and we're really aggressive, but the ball's hot. The ball doesn't stick. It's a fun way to play, but it's the hardest way to guard as a defense. And I've always believed in that. Our guys are picking it up. If we can take some of our turnovers away, some of our forced turnovers, I hope that comes with experience throughout the season. If we can really limit our turnovers, we're just turning the ball over too much. But because we share the ball and we keep it hot, we limit turnovers, we can even be more efficient. I think these guys just hang out a lot, and they they have no choice, really. Most teams in college basketball right now, they can't do anything but go to the gym in their apartments or their dorms. So they are spending more time that way. But I will say this group has done a very good job of just hanging out. And After practice, they don't just take off. They're sticking around getting extra shots up or hanging out with a coach on the side or in the corner of the gym. That always helps bond the team. So when you're bonding like that and feel very comfortable around each other, you can have more real talk, as I call it. Telling guys the truth that they don't always want to hear, but they can hear, and it's handled and heard the right way. I think that's really important. Not every team has that. This team has that a little naturally, where guys don't put up the wall to each other because they may tell them something in that moment. So that naturally, that's been really cool to see. There's some older guys on our team, even younger guys. I don't think our guys are uncomfortable walking into coaches' offices or talking to the coaches. There's some really good, real relationships there. But we have some older guys that have been through it that could give a young guy a heads up, say, hey, coach is hard on you about taking care of the ball because we need you. Sometimes that message coming from a Corey or a Vince or a Keyshawn is better than coming from a coach. And, we'll continue that. So I believe in real talk, communicate. And I always talk about communicating is not just hearing the message, but understanding the message and then carrying through with that message. And we talk about it all the time. Everybody says, I got it, coach. And we like to say, don't got me, get me, and carry it over. So we'll continue to work on it. Honestly, we have numbers for organization, but they're players. You guys could say Bones plays off the ball, but I think up to right now, they both are very close to the same amount of ball screens they've gotten over all the games. Hey, come on, you guys are no dummies. You want to put the ball in Bones' hands as much as you want to put it in Ace's hands. And when they either one of them get the outlet or the rebound, they go with it because they both can make plays. So yeah, we may take some ball handling pressure off of Bones at time, but we still want the ball in his hands, and we're still going to run ball screens and some isolation plays for him, which you see that occurring. So we pretty much have 2 point guards out there, 2 main ball handlers that can make plays that way. But it helps. It's the same thing at times in the past when Marcus Evans was here, where we took him off the ball a few times and let the other point guard or DJ bring it up just to relieve him of the constant pressure and all that stuff. I think that has helped Bones find his offense at times, but you still want the ball in his hands as much as possible because he can make a play for himself or his teammates at any time. Everybody loves to be at home, sleep in your own bed. The routine part is great. I love playing on the road. I'll be honest with you. I love taking our team on the road. I've always done that. There's something about taking your group of guys and playing on somebody else's court and trying to find a way to win. I think that's where you really grow as a team. But for a young team to be here in routine, I think we've improved. I think we've gotten better here the last few games just because we probably spent more time on the court on practice. And I'm not saying time where we're, crushing the guys, just they had clear minds, their mental approach. I thought we carried over game plans from scouting reports better throughout the last few games. And being at home, I think there's some comfort in that, allowing you to grow in that area. So, yeah, without a doubt. And, our guys, everybody loves to play in the Siegel Center. So even though we don't have all the fans, I think our guys feel comfortable. There's certain defensive goals we want to have. We want to keep people under 1 point per possession, and we want to limit our fouls with a young team. I think one thing we're doing is fouling too much on defense. We try to keep people off the line as much as we can. I think our press can get better. So there's benchmarks that way defensively. Offensively, I like the way we're playing. It still comes down to sharing that basketball and executing at a high level. We gotta limit our turnovers. We gotta really work on that. That's going to be huge as we move forward. But the benchmarks is more the standard we talk about, playing at a standard no matter who we play against. If we play at this standard, both offensive and defensively, and then some of our team stuff and our approach, that's always going to give us a chance to win. So it's more that building habits to honor our standards. That's the most important thing right now when you talk about benchmarks and measurements and all that, because every team's different. In the past, we could say keep it under 1 point per possession or keep it under 12 turnovers, but I think every team's different in the way you go about it.